Rupa and I welcome you to Sanjeev Kapoor Khazana. Today I am going to show you a recipe which is a seafood preparation and it is made with crabs. We have a lot of recipes of crabs on our channel and I am sure you must have gone through all of them. This one is also special and it's little different. Although prepping a crab is same, but making it in a different style is what I am going to show you today. So this is crab in a green curry. It's a coconut based curry and it is very tasty. Quickly what you should do is first thing go and make steamed rice in your kitchen and come back and watch this recipe with me. This is crab with green curry. So to make crabs in green curry, we need crabs. These are nicely cleaned. These are the legs of the crabs which do not have too much of flesh but they impart amazing flavor. I am going to grind it and make a lovely stock out of it. Onions, fresh coconut, chopped coriander leaves, sliced onions, bay leaf, oil, black cardamom, cumin seeds, cloves, garlic, garam masala powder, ginger, green chillies, cinnamon, salt. So now to make the green curry, you have to first make a paste. Now the paste comprises of a lot of dry spices and some fresh ingredients also. But whenever you start making a paste, always remember to first dry roast the dry spices and then add in the fresh ingredients because the fresh ingredients tend to leave in water and that's when the roasting stops. So most important thing is to put in the dry spices first. So in this case, I am going to put black cardamom, some cumin seeds, some cloves. Here I have green cardamom, cinnamon. Yeah, and also to start with we need a bay leaf. What happens when you dry roast these spices? All these spices have some amount of oil in it and when you dry roast, it is the oil which gets heated and the amazing flavor or the aroma which is given out. Like right now when I can actually smell cloves. Of all of them, cloves is something that is really very strong. Clove oil, if you remember, is very good for toothache. So clove has good amount of oil and right now I can actually get the flavor of cloves very predominantly amongst all the other spices, which is why I haven't added a lot of it, just about 4 to 5 of them. To this now what we'll do is we'll add in khaskhas. Why? Because khaskhas when it gets heated too much it starts popping. That is why you should always add poppy seeds at the end. Always remember. If you can see minutely, the minute khaskhas goes into a hot pan it starts popping. So imagine if I had to add it in the beginning, by now the khaskhas could have been all over and except for the pan. So always add khaskhas at the end. So once all the spices are dried, roasted, remove them in a pan for it to cool down before we grind it. Now in the same pan, let's take some oil. And now to this we'll add in onions. So the onions we'll have to saute till it goes slightly brown. Along with the onion what we need to saute is the fresh coconut. So just briefly saute it, you don't need to brown it much. And now what else do we add to this? We'll add some green chilies, some garlic, some ginger. And now I am going to grind this entire thing into a fine paste. So first what I will do is I will put in all this. If you want you can grind it little by little because this paste has to be very fine. So what I will do is I will take half of this and half of the coriander. Some salt also here. So now we need to add in some water because I said I need fine paste, absolutely fine. Okay, you see this? It's smooth and fine. So remove this paste. And let's add the remaining. To this, let's add some coriander and a little bit of salt, some water also. So here goes the paste. I have actually combined both the batches of this and now given a spin once again. I am going to keep the paste in the mixie itself. So now that we have done our green masala ready, what should we do to the crabs? So here I have cleaned crabs and I have a lemon. So I am squeezing out the juice of half a lemon, followed by some salt as well, just a little bit. So in this pan we will start with some oil. So now the oil is well heated. I have finely chopped onions. Here goes in the onions and I will let the onions get sautéed well. It needs to go golden in color, but before that, so while the onion is actually browning, let's do one more thing. If you remember, I had told you that I have these legs here which we need to grind into a fine paste. Not really a paste, but we need to make stock out of it. So how do you make the stock? I will show you. So in a mixie jar, I will just put these, followed by some water. Okay, so I am done with this. This also I will leave it in the mixie itself. Okay, so now let's come back to this onion. Oh, it's lovely golden in color. Now to this we will first add in the green masala. Saute it up nicely. Since all the spices that we had added to the masala were already sorted and roasted, you don't need to cook this for a very long time. Thus just one stir should be good enough. What you have to actually do now is to add the crabs and let that cook in the masala before we add in any other liquid. So here I have my crabs going in, and in case if these claws are too big, you can just give it a crack before putting it into this so that it becomes easier for you to eat it later. So now what we will do is we will just place the lid for a minute or so and let the masala steep into the crab. Let the crab get nicely mixed with the masala like this, and then if needed we can add in some more water. But right now let this just get cooked together for about a minute or so. Oh, once you put crabs into a hot pan or a pan of boiling water, they start turning pink. So that is what has happened here. They have got mixed well because they have automatically gone pink. I had put some water into this chutney jar, so the remaining masala also comes out. So this is done. Take a strainer. So all you have is this. Just chuck that out. You have actually used each and every part of the crab here now. Mix it up nicely. And now before you place the lid once again, check for salt. It's a little less. And I also would like to add in some lemon juice, but that I will add at the end. So after adding salt, I have lowered the heat. I am going to place the lid and I am going to let this cook for at least 15 to 20 minutes on low heat. The crabs would take that much time to cook, and after that we will serve it. You will watch it and later I will eat it. Okay, so if you see this, the crab is done and there is a good layer of oil on the sides, which means the masala is also cooked. All that we have to do now is add some coconut milk to this. Just stir it up. Just a little bit of coconut, you don't need to add too much because there is enough coconut which has gone into the paste as well. A little bit of garam masala, and if you remember I had said the salt also was less, so just a little bit of salt. That's it. Nice pink crabs, I am sure they are full of meat. Don't waste much time. This is done. Remove it in a bowl. Get your pot of rice ready and just use your hands and finish this crab in green masala. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this recipe video as much as I enjoyed making it for you. So this is a recipe specially for you. Get into your kitchen and make it quickly. I'm sure you all love our recipes, so to stay connected, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel Sanjeev Kapoor Khazana.